Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something special. I just finished a painting, and today I'm going to teach you the basic steps that I follow when I finish a painting. So let's get started. Now don't get me wrong, I love the process of painting and everything about it, but I think what's really important is the finishing touches. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's really important for me on how I present my artwork when I'm finished. You know, a lot of time and effort goes into my paintings. I want to make it look good, not only to the customer, but how it's presented on the wall. So just using a couple different things, I'm going to show you guys how I enhance the overall look of my finished product. So let's get started. So here is the new painting I finished today. This thing is pretty wicked. One of the first things that comes to mind when I'm looking at my finished painting is the edges don't look that finished because the paint has gone over the edge. I do pre-paint the edge black to make it look finished, therefore I know what it will look like at the end. But now I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-spray paint the edges with the black spray paint, and I'm going to do it in a direction that's facing outward from behind so the paint sprays past and not onto the piece. So let me show you. Alright, so as you can see, the paint is coming off the edge a little bit, and I'm going to be spraying in this direction, but a little bit a ways. I want to make sure it looks really good when we finish it at the end here. So what I'm going to do is just touch up everything and make it look good and consistent in the same paint everywhere. And you can go as far as painting the edges too if you want, but to me, this is the back of the painting, so we don't spend too much time. But as far as that goes, that already looks a lot better. And sometimes I'll even give like a nicer gradient, so like example like this. Only in some spots though. You don't want to do it in every spot. And it really depends on your painting, on how much vignette you want to put on it. Also, I would highly suggest practicing with these if you're not familiar with spray paint cans. You can really screw up your piece. Gentle and tedious is how you do it. Alright, so now that we got the basic edges spray painted black, it doesn't really matter which kind of black you're using as long as it's Rust-Oleum. And now I'm going to finish it up with some polyurethane. Alright, so here is the next ingredient. It's just this basic polyurethane. You can get this at Walmart or any other hardware store. This is about $5.99 a can for the smaller one and about $7.99 for a larger one. I just get the smaller ones because it fits better in my bag. But yeah, I'm going to use this, and it gives it a very nice, like almost hard candy look at the end. It's a really nice clear coat, and it's multi-purpose, it's weather resistant, and it's pretty much the best. I would recommend using this a lot more than Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum kind of gives a cloudy finish. This gives a really nice crystal clear finish, and I just really like this product a lot more, so this is what I use. Alright, so this is the next step. I'm using the basic 2-inch brush. The polyurethane kind of looks like honey, but it's pretty thin. And I just apply it in a circular motion at the beginning, and I kind of use the glare of the sun to see if any hairs from the brush have come off, or find spots where it needs a little bit more. As you can see, you can really tell the difference from where it was and where it isn't on the painting yet. And you know, I use this pretty liberally, maybe put 1 or 2 coats on it, but other than that, it's a very good product, and you should have really good results with this. So now what I'm doing is I'm using the sun, and I'm using my hands to kind of tilt the painting back and forth and get the glare of the sun on it, and you can see where the painting needs more of it or less of it. Alright, so now that we're letting this dry, let's go get ready for our next stage. Our next stage is going to be the signature. For those of you at home that noticed that I signed it on the front, that's because I just like to sign my paintings with a brush on the front of it. This is pretty optional, as all artists sign their paintings differently. So I guess you can take whatever you want from this, but this next part is just how I sign my paintings. So I sign it on the front and then I sign it on the back as well. Everyone kind of has their own signature, and this is mine. I use stencils on the back of mine. I use a couple different variations of spray paint. I really want people to remember who bought the painting and where it comes from, and just a little bit of personality from me as the artist. So what I do is I use a couple different stencils, a splatter of spray paint, and then I sign it with a permanent marker. Oh, look at that pretty canvas I'm about to sign. This is my favorite part. Woo! Alright, I'm going to splatter a little bit of this color on the back of it. I always test my spray paint cans and then do this, and then get it nice. And this is up to you, however you want to do it. And then I'll slap another stencil on it. Nice and thick with the spray paint. Alright, so now that we got this bad boy all signed up and stuff, I always take one of my business cards and then I'll fold it and tuck it in here. So if I potentially sell this eventually, I will already have a business card in it, and then I throw a sticker on there just to generate a little bit of hype. And if they put this on anything, they'll be reminded of myself and the artist that created it, and hopefully that this will be, you know, a memento for them to be a returning customer. Alright, so we're kind of coming down to the final stages of this painting. I'm really liking the direction of this work right now. If you guys are in these stages too, I hope that you guys are seeing really good results. I guess for me, taking my art professionally is something that I take pride in, and it makes me feel good about what I'm doing. It also shows to the clients and other viewers that you are taking yourself seriously and you want the presentation of your work to stand and show for itself. Alright, for this next stage, I really emphasize this stage is taking really good photos of your artwork. Now, if you have to invest in a DSLR, if you plan to take this a little bit more seriously, I do have a phone. It takes really good photos. However, sometimes the phone quality just isn't the quality that I'm looking for, and this varies. I'm lucky enough to have the Pixel 2 XL. If you have this phone, I'm sure you can agree that it takes great photos, but I used to not have a good phone, and I used to try so hard to get really good pictures. That's why I got a DSLR camera. So you can find DSLR cameras for pretty cheap, like under 500 bucks off of like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And you really just kind of got to find the right one that suits you. Shoot a couple images on my phone and a couple images on my camera, and you guys can judge which photos that you think look better. So let's get started. I got my camera right here. Again, this is the Pixel 2 XL. I love this camera. And then I'm shooting with the Canon T5i. I use the same camera to take the photos of my artwork. So I might have to... Cars are so loud. So I might have to switch out, but you'll see what I mean. So I can tell that that spot's pretty cool. It's artistic and it looks nice. I'm also like questioning painting it by that bush. I like the fallen rocks and stuff, but also there's some nice birch trees over there. That would be kind of cool as well. So I'm just gonna kind of jump around and take some photos in these places and hopefully get a cool picture there. So I'm really liking this spot with the trees and the broken kind of cobbly stone fence right here. Important step that you want to take into account is if you have it leaned, you're going to get a glare because of that gloss. So you want to make sure the painting is upright in a 90-degree angle with the ground. And since I'm not getting that with this, I'm going to just use my surroundings and kind of make it work, you know? You got to use your surroundings and make sure that you don't think about it too much. So now I got a couple photos like that. I'm gonna switch the location. And I'm gonna switch my lens. Wow. Thank you guys again so much for watching my video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I really appreciate all the support you guys do. If you guys have any other videos that you might want to see me create, make sure to drop a comment in the links below. And again, I hope you guys learned something. I'm going to try to make some more consistent videos like this for you guys to get a little bit of more tips and tricks on how I, present my artwork, how I create my artwork, and just get an overall idea on a little bit of direction. If I inspired you guys, that is what is most important to me. It's not about the art, it's about collaborating and expressing yourself. And I feel like I'm talking too much, so I'm gonna go. Thanks guys again. I will see you guys on the next video.